atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Well, that has got the juices flowing, and now this. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
And we're underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
The great playmaker João Neves is very comfortable with the ball at his feet, Peter, and good at resisting pressure, protecting the ball. He's going to be key if the manager is asking his players to get the ball out of defence at that high tempo.
Okay, interesting. And here's Vinicius Junior. And it's Paquetá. And the shot! First effort on goal. Araujo getting this one clear. Lucas Paquetá, Bruno Guimaraes, Vinicius Junior! Can he deliver? Cross it goes. Lofted it. It's a mighty effort!
Brazil definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Mendes forwards and with intent. Gabriel, Bruno Guimaraes, and it's played forward. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Probing pass. João Cancelo. João Neves. Matheus Cunha. And here's Paquetá. Lucas Paquetá stood his ground strongly. João Neves. And it's Cancelo. João Cancelo chooses to go cross-field. Pedro Neto. Bernardo Silva. Out to the right. João Cancelo. Cross from Cancelo. Marquinhos. Rafinha. Lucas Paqueta. Vinicius Junior. Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Played towards the other side, and it's Cancelo. And he's certainly caught it there, it's a free kick. Casemiro. Danilo. Oh, a delicate chip through. Rafinha. He whips it across. Cleared away. Vitinha. Araujo. Mendes looks to get on the end of this. Rafinha defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Gabriel. Bruno Guimaraes. That's really well manoeuvred. Gonçalo Inácio. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Out towards the flank. Oh, played through for the wide man. Bruno Guimaraes. Danilo. Casemiro. Danilo shifted upfield. Now it's Rafinha. Now what's he got in mind? Inácio, aim forwards. Pedro Neto. Vitinha. Mendes, gently done. Nuno Mendes. Good play on the left-hand side here. Nuno Mendes with the cross. Deftly away. Great defending, strong and determined. Bruno Guimaraes. Matheus Cunha. Played into space out wide. And it's hoisted clear. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Portugal, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Lucas Paqueta. Matheus Cunha.
Matheus Cunha really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Araujo played over towards the opposite flank. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Casemiro. Moved on forwards. And here's Vinicius Junior. Lucas Paqueta. Brazil replying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
João Cancelo. João Neves. Bernardo Silva. Looks to the other side. And it's Mendes. Mendes doing full tilt down the left. Gabriel clears it away. Bruno Guimaraes. Gabriel forwards and with intent. And it's played forward. Gonzalo Inacio. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Nuno Mendes. Pedro Neto looking to run onto it. Danilo does really well to win the ball there. Rafinha. Vinicius Junior. Gabriel. Bruno Guimaraes. Gabriel has played it long. Araujo, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Pedro Neto. Now that's well seen too. Casemiro. Bruno Guimaraes. That's really well manoeuvred. Bruno Fernandes wins the duel this time. Bernardo Silva, and it's Cancelo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Danilo. Casemiro. Danilo. Casemiro. Played out to the right. Cross from Rafinha.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support, and the chances gone a-begging.
Now it's Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha! Bruno Fernandes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And here's Vinicius Junior. Matheus Cunha. Danger averted for now. Brazil have got it back, and they'll have another go. Gabriel. Aim forwards. Rafinha. And it's Bernardo Silva. Well timed, excellent interception. Pedro Neto. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nuno Mendes tries a cross. Good ball, good take. In by Cancelo. That's not going far. Gabriel. Brazil keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. Gabriel played out towards the right wing. Matheus Cunha. Rafinha. Danilo. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that is as far as they're going to go. And here's Rafinha. That has been cut short. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. Gabriel. Bruno Guimaraes. Marquinhos gently done. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Vinicius Junior, Lucas Paqueta, Matheus Cunha! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Matheus Cunha actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Moved on forwards. Pedro Neto. Cristiano Ronaldo. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Bruno Guimaraes. Gabriel. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cross from Cancelo. Marquinhos with the clearance. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. Well, the referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Cristiano Ronaldo! Clipped into space. Mendes. Oh, smashing header! Vinicius Junior. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Araujo. João Neves. Pedro Neto. Nuno Mendes. Thinks one through. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Tries to get it clear. Nice control. And here's Neto. Lucas Paqueta. Marquinhos. Danilo. Rafinha providing an outlet on that flank. Matheus Cunha. Defending of the desperate variety. João Neves. Vitinha. Pedro Neto.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Lucas Paqueta. And here's Vinicius Junior. That's good play. He is through here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Pedro Neto does really well to win the ball there. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. João Neves. Both sides a bit too casual in possession. Tries a deft little ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's been taken short. João Cancelo. And here's Bernardo Silva. There's the shot! What a hit, the save was firm.
Portugal have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
Bruno Guimaraes. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Vinicius Junior. Matheus Cunha. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he's there to get it away. Casemiro. Gabriel. Bruno Guimaraes. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's played forward. And it's Mendes. Pedro Neto. Nuno Mendes. That's tidy. Oh, good take in a good area. Bruno Guimaraes clears it away. João Neves. Vitinha. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Marquinhos aim forwards. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Lucas Paqueta, forwards and with intent. Vinicius Junior. Diogo Costa gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. João Neves. João Cancelo. It's a good run down the right. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, can he get onto this? Danilo. Danilo shifted upfield. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Cancelo. Bernardo Silva. Danilo makes the interception. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Lucas Paqueta. Casemiro. Danilo picks it up now. And it's hoisted clear. Vinicius Junior. Inacio getting this one clear. Pedro Neto. Bernardo Silva. Gonçalo Inacio. Pedro Neto. Inacio forwards and with intent. Pedro Neto. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Over to the left. Played into the middle. That has been knocked clear. Now the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. They've played it short. And here's Vitinha, looking for a decent ball in. And it's Neves. Caught offside that time. Alisson sends that a long way. Casemiro, done delicately. And that was very necessary. Casemiro. Great chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Vinicius to real chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Mendes is there, and he can get that clear. And they've got a throw. Vinicius Junior. He is just caressing the ball. Plenty waiting in the middle. He's got space in the area. A chance to play it in. Hit into the middle. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. He has a look up. Thinks about the shot. Lovely fit. Takes a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Matheus Cunha. Inacio wins the duel this time. Araujo. Vitinha. Inacio shifted upfield. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Portugal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Matheus Cunha. And here's Vinicius Junior. And it's hoisted clear. Ball's gone out of play. That's very neat. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Pedro Neto. Searching pass he's played there. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Vitinha goes short. So who's he picking out? Vitinha goes for a shot! And we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Brazil worked the aerial route pretty well, even if it is predictable and a bit one-dimensional, so I'd expect less of that and a bit more variation from here.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Casemiro. Gabriel. And he's got his range wrong there. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Pedro Neto. Araujo. Bernardo Silva. Araujo. Vitinha. And he goes cross-field. João Neves. And it's Cancelo. That's a promising run he's making on the right. That's a throw. Bruno Fernandes. Portugal have a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Cristiano Ronaldo! And he's there to clear it. João Neves. Nuno Mendes. Oh, such a clever touch. In it comes. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Nuno Mendes. Pedro Neto. Chance for a shot! Aim forwards. Rafinha. Bruno Guimaraes. Marquinhos. Casemiro. Rafinha. That has found him in acres of space. And he's managed to get free. Danilo with the cross. That'll be a throw. Rafinha. Now here's the delivery. João Neves. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo. Araujo. Oh, nicely intercepted. Lucas Paqueta tries to dink it through. João Cancelo. Bernardo Silva.
Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Bruno Guimaraes. Moved on forwards. Keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
cleared. Bernardo Silva. Araujo. And it's played forward. Vitinha. Pedro Neto. Nuno Mendes. Pedro Neto. Casemiro with the clearance. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's really well manoeuvred. Vinicius Junior. And here's Casemiro. Oh, that's nice. And here's Neymar. Neymar knocks it out wide. Bernardo Silva. Vitinha. And it's Mendes. Nuno Mendes. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. That has been knocked clear. Moved on forwards. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Pedro Neto, aim forwards. Rafinha. They continue each to cancel the other out. Now it's Neymar. Casemiro. And it's hoisted clear. Rafinha picks it up out wide. That's a ball to nobody in particular. João Neves. Pedro Neto. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And here's Neymar. Vinicius Junior. Lucas Paqueta! That carried quite a threat. Played out wide. Mendes charging forward down that flank. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Time to deliver. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, shooting chance! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Marquinhos forwards and with intent. And here's Neymar, and he's lost his man here. And here comes the corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. He's having a shot! João Cancelo gets rid without sophistication. Vinicius Junior. There are a few waiting for it. And here's Paqueta. Oh, that's and a chance! He can get that clear. Marquinhos. Vinicius Junior. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, they could be caught out here. And he's there to clear it. Oh, good ball. Rafinha!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Playing cross-field, changing the point of attack. And that's a foul, free kick's been given. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Gonzalo Inacio, and it's Vitinha, and here's Neto, Bruno Fernandes, produces a cross, and that's an excellent interception. Can he spark a counter here? Brazil getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Marquinhos shifted upfield. Pedro Neto. Nuno Mendes. Plenty of action at either end, just nothing to show for it.
Yes, and it's been far from uneventful. We've had a healthy amount of attempts at goal from both teams, and with this kind of ambition, we may not have to wait too long. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's in a great position here. Neymar, oh, good spread. Casemiro, up he goes! And yes, it's there! The breakthrough arrives at last! It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unearned.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Brazil have fired themselves in front.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Time to deliver. And he's heaved it away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva. Gonzalo Inacio. Your impression so far, Jim?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt.
Could be danger here. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Rafinha. Casemiro moved on forwards. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Lucas Paqueta out to the right. Rafinha played out towards the right wing. And they've got rid. Rafinha. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Rafinha. No, he's overshot the green. Gonzalo Inacio. Played towards the other side. João Cancelo looks to get on the end of this. Bernardo Silva. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Christian Pedro Neto! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Bruno Guimaraes. Vinicius Junior. What a throw in. Might be shot at goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Danilo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Gonzalo Inacio. And it's Mendes. Now it's Pedro Neto. Oh, what a climb! Is the shot on? Turns and goes back. And the shot! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Danilo is there and he can get that clear. Nuno Mendes. Danilo gets a foot in here. That's really well manoeuvred. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. João Neves. And it's Mendes.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Bruno Guimaraes. Marquinhos. Quality ball. And he cuts out the supply. João Cancelo. It's an inviting looking ball, that. João Cancelo. And reclaimed it in a trice. Bruno Guimaraes. Aim forwards. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's played forward. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Pedro Neto forwards and with intent. Rafinha. Marquinhos. Lucas Paqueta. Danilo. Casemiro. Lucas Paqueta. Danilo. And it's Danilo. And that's a good ball. Bruno Guimaraes! They've scored! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
Brazil, well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Brazil are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Vitinha. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Danilo. Danilo, now he's got space here. Vitinha, and it's played forward.
Brazil, well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Back into the middle.
Pedro Neto really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Bruno Guimaraes. Marquinhos, gently done. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Played out to the right. Casemiro, it's Casemiro! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Casemiro clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-0.
Bernardo Silva played out to the left flank. Moved on forwards. Nice interception, well timed. Cleared without complication. And it's Neves. Bruno Fernandes climbs up big, and the keeper couldn't hold it. It's a goal! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. Alisson, and he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Portugal get themselves back into contention.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
That's really well manoeuvred. Mendes gets across to intercept that. Inacio shifted upfield.
Portugal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And here's Neymar. A header! that would have been game, set and match.
Vinicius Junior really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Araujo aim forwards. João Cancelo chooses to go cross-field. Bruno Fernandes.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Neymar. That's a nicely weighted pass. Vinicius Junior. And that has been clubbed away. Gabriel. Now it's a decent chance!
Portugal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Gonzalo Inacio. Inacio played over towards the opposite flank. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Cancelo. João Cancelo played with finesse. And it's hoisted clear.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Calmly anticipates.
Brazil surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And here's Neto. Pedro Neto spread out to the left. Keeper's dealt with that. Bernardo Silva! Should have equalised.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Lofted upfield. Rafinha, now he's off and running. And he's picked out the run. Plenty waiting in the middle. Oh, that's neat. Cross goes in there. And he thumps it clear. Rafinha. Cleared away.
Brazil really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Araujo looks to the other side. Pedro Neto into the last 5 minutes. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Danilo attempts a clearance. Portugal to make one last surge forward. Vitinha. Chance for a cross, maybe now or never. Now it's Pedro Neto. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Pedro Neto actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Pedro Neto. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Araujo. Well read. Nice interception.
Portugal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Tries a measured ball, and the pass is intercepted. Gonzalo Inacio. Nuno Mendes. Now it's Neymar, and it's Paquetá. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Brazil can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Gabriel, Bruno Guimaraes, Lucas Paquetá, and here's Neymar. Tries to get it clear. And claimed it back swiftly. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Rafinha chasing after it. Mendes cuts out the pass. Danilo. And here's Casemiro. And that's a lovely exchange. He's got away. What about this cross? João Neves shifted upfield. Pedro Neto. Lucas Paquetá. Vinicius Junior, and it's lofted through here. João Neves. Pedro Neto. Nuno Mendes. So time is nearly up. One final twist, perhaps. And he shoots! Pedro Neto gets flagged offside. Keeper's got good distance on that. Mendes gets over and intercepts. And it's Neymar. Rafinha. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. That's an imaginative pass. He's had a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Vitinha with the short one. They need to get it in quick. Lovely bit of skill. One good cross, maybe the last chance. Clears it away. And the referee brings it to a close. Brazil can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Brazil really approached this game with clear intent, Peter, and a training ground plot was turned into a very good success.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.